in the year 1233 AD. Pope Gregory IX establishes the Inquisition, a group of institutions within the Roman Catholic Church charged with investigating and prosecuting heresy. During the next 500 years, the Inquisition spreads throughout Western Europe. Those suspected of sorcery or witchcraft are interrogated, tortured, and executed, most by being burned at the stake. And included as targets of this brutal and bloody purge are scientists, healers, and other practitioners of the so-called black arts.
There was a time in which any type of progress was considered to be the work of the devil. And so things were done in the name of God in order to suppress new knowledge. Science was always something that was held back by the church out of fear of changing the status quo. Historically, the Catholic Church has always been threatened by knowledge, especially about healing and medicine. One example is the invention of eyeglasses. The Catholic Church went ballistic with the invention of eyeglasses because with it came an idea, the idea that the human body is improvable.
During the Inquisitions, the Catholic Church took a full steam charge on squashing out a lot of these pagan ideas that were medical science to them at the time, revolutionary, but did not jive well with the church.
One reason the church launched the Inquisition was to eliminate the average person's connection with this ancient indigenous knowledge that put power in the hands of the individual and took the power out of the hands of the church.
Long before Christianity, you had healings, absolutely supernatural healings. So people are afraid of it. The religious side is especially afraid.
Was the Catholic Church's attack on scientific knowledge a deliberate attempt to erase any connection between mankind and its relationship to otherworldly visitors? Visitors whose very existence would undermine the Church's strongly held teaching that life on Earth was the only life that existed in the universe. Did the Inquisition succeed in destroying centuries of advanced scientific and medical knowledge? Knowledge we are only now starting to retrieve. Perhaps another clue can be found by studying a medical procedure that actually survived the Inquisition, one that has been practiced for thousands of years. The Italian Alps, September 19th, 1991. Here, high on a snow-laden mountainside near the Austrian border, two hikers discover the mummified corpse of a man. Frozen in place for an estimated 5,000 years, the body, later nicknamed Ötzi, is carefully examined and so well preserved that scientists are able to determine his age, how he died, and even the contents of his final meal. But perhaps the most incredible discovery of all were the markings found along Ötzi's legs and back, 50 geometric designs that correspond to those found in the science of acupuncture.
Acupuncture is a long and well-tested modality that moves energy through a kind of subway system in the body. They're known as meridians with about 1,000 treatment points. All the treatment points have names, and many of them have references to stars and very interesting things that don't seem to correlate with the body.
A medical therapy that targets an energy field that practitioners believe flows through the human body, acupuncture was originally believed to have been developed in China approximately 3,000 years ago. The tattoos found on the skin of this Bronze Age mummy suggest that acupuncture was not only practiced in Europe, but practiced centuries earlier than most archaeologists and historians had believed possible. According to Chinese mythology, One of the first practitioners of acupuncture was a physician named Bian Che, often depicted as a human-headed bird.
Bian Che is a legendary example of a healer who used supernatural means in order to accomplish his treatments. Bian Che apparently could consume some herb, and once he ingested this substance, whatever it was, he could apparently see through walls and see directly into the human body, much like a CAT scan or an MRI.
And he was accredited with doing a double heart transplant on an emperor and another person where he switched their hearts. You
Ooh.
have to wonder now, where did they even get this idea?
Beyond
To all you out here, this is a real... This shit is really going on.
This puts him in the league with such figures as Thoth and other divine beings who are also half human and half bird.
Don't be so simple-minded to what is really there.
Amazing knowledge, especially about medicine and human transformation.
Could it be mere coincidence that the half-human, half-bird Chinese healer, known as Bian Che, closely resembles both the ancient Egyptian deity Thoth and the Indian god Dharmantri?
Looks the same to me.
Or is it possible, as ancient astronaut theorists claim, that these ancient so-called gods were actually extraterrestrial beings? Beings in possession of highly advanced medical knowledge.
I think acupuncture is one of these sciences which came from the gods and was given to our ancestors. And so even though we might think that acupuncture is specifically linked to a specific culture right now, I think in the past this was actually information which existed throughout mankind.
Medicine always came from a quote-unquote divine origin, meaning that some type of a deity descended from the sky and gave this knowledge of healing people to those particular cultures. And now why would all cultures all around the world speak of the exact same thing, that this knowledge was imparted to them by people descending from the sky?